Hello there and welcome back to talking about music that doesn't suck. The place we talk about music that is not mindly annoying while having a drink among friends. And today we're going to be talking about what? I mean, it's Tony Brave, who is saying hello to girls and boys.
First and foremost, hello girls and boys, how's it
That's
going?
still death.
Yeah, I'm very glad to be back and it's great to have you here as well.
Yeah.
So, the whole conversation about today is gonna be dedicated to metal.
Metal.
But not only metal, the metalist of the metal.
Is that even correct English?
Of course not, but who cares, it's metal.
Curse metal. So we're gonna go.
Yeah.
We're gonna be trying to find out which band is the heaviest. But what first and foremost, what would make a band be more metal than another?
That's the thing, that's part of what we're gonna have to try to find out here. Because
Yes.
I, for one, and this is my first take of the day,
Yes.
don't think that for metal to be more metal than other metal, it needs to be necessarily heavier. Because
Oh.
there is more to metal than simply being heavy.
Are you sure about that?
I am sure about that.
Okay, so let's find out. So first and foremost, what would make a band be metal besides being heavy?
First and foremost, the name. Metallica, for instance.
You cannot go.
You cannot go more metal than that.
Yeah, because I was telling you in the morning when I was a kid, I thought that Metallica was actually the genre. Why? Because back then I thought, okay, if there's electronica music, Metallica gotta be.
Makes perfect sense.
Total sense. I was a stupid kid. Give me a break. I was like 10 years old of age.
No
But-
excuses.
No, of course not. That's why I'm saying that I was stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah. So starting from the name, besides Metallica, what would be a super metal name that comes to mind?
Let me see.
Dimmu Borgir.
Dimmu Borgir sounds
Metal.
metal. It sounds metal because you don't even know what it means. You
I don't even know what that means.
But regardless, it sounds heavy and sounds badass.
Amon Amarth sounds metal to you?
It does, but I think Dimmu
It's
Borgir.
Tolkienian.
Hmm?
It's Tolkienian. It's from Tolkien.
Yeah,
It is.
but it sounds metal.
It does.
Yeah,
It's Tolkien's metal.
yeah. Is it?
Tolkien metal?
I don't think so.
The Lord of the Rings?
I don't think the Lord of the Rings is metal.
I think it is.
It's badass, but it's not metal.
Why? It's power metal?
I don't think it's power metal.
Come on, man! It has all the tropes of power metal. Has dwarves, elves, swords, glorious quest.
Look, the Balrog is power metal. No, it's metal.
The Balrog would be like thrash metal.
Sauron is metal.
Yeah, but Sauron is kind of dead metal. You
it
see,
is.
the Lord of the Rings is full on metal, man. Because Aragorn would be like heavy metal, classic heavy metal.
Yeah, agreed.
Legolas would be.
Legolas is not metal. There's no way to spin
It's power metal. No, it's hair metal. It's glam.
Okay.
And
Okay, I can
Gimli would be like a stoner.
No, no.
Sludge metal. Sludge
yeah.
metal.
Yeah.
Gandalf would be power metal.
Mm-hmm. Makes
And Frodo, folk metal. Yes.
Arguable.
Therefore, the Lord of the Rings is the most metal thing ever.
Proven by science.
Can you deny it after my stupid rant?
I cannot deny it. But look, I think we got to the metal talk too soon because
Yes.
you haven't introduced us to today's mix.
Oh yeah, sorry. Today's mix is totally not what I have left at the bar. No, this is a vodka martini. This is actually the one that James Bond drinks in the books and in the movies.
Is James Bond metal?
No, he's classic rock. He's Led Zeppelin kinda.
But Led Zeppelin is not sophisticated enough to be James Bond.
No, you're right. Yeah, James Bond is.
There's a side of Led Zeppelin to it.
but it's not that. It's not that. Would you say Rainbow? Rainbow is sophisticated and
Rainbow?
heavy and badass,
Rainbow.
and it's classic rock. Therefore,
Okay.
James Bond.
So,
And one thing, proper way to hold these kind of glasses to the what's
Stem.
it? The stem. Why? You're gonna warm up your drink. Whenever you see something like this with a stem, it's because the idea is to keep the drink away from the cool away from the touch of your paws. So something filthy paws. Never disappoints.
would you say that this is a metal drink?
No, this is way too
Classy.
sophisticated
Mhm.
because the flavor is very, very, very sophisticated. This is a classic cocktail, by the way, and it's
Are you saying the metalheads has no class?
no metal has plenty of class, but it's not this kind of class. I would say metal is more like
The Manhattan is more metal than this.
Manhattan. No, I think that's super girly. not girly. It's feminine.
But it can be like symphonic.
Yeah, symphonic metal is feminine.
Yeah.
Good point. This is more of a more sophisticated. This is prog metal.
Okay.
Get it?
Yeah.
Because this
Yeah.
is this strong. Because it might not look it might look like water, but this is just booze. It's 2 ounces of vodka, half an ounce of vermouth, dry vermouth. This case extra dry, and this was fantastic.
Yeah,
I gotta admit that
very
this
good.
is excellent. This mix
Yeah.
was great. Yeah, actually, and it's far from being my first. So this is actually surprisingly good. So yeah, I would say that this would be more of a prog metal. Martinis in general are kind of prog metal
Okay.
because they have the but the sophistication.
So we'd say that James Bond's also prog metal.
No, it's classic rock. Because prog metal is a little bit more in the intricate, and James Bond is. I'm gonna put it this way. James Bond has girls.
Yeah. Prog metal has
Awesome.
none. Yeah.
Point
That alone.
made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what character will be metal?
From James Bond.
No, from
Okay.
pop
culture?
culture.
I would say Warhammer. Everything on Warhammer.
It's metal.
The
Warhammer is
entire
metal.
thing is metal.
And there are several branches of metal.
It's like the Lord of the Rings, man, because
Yeah.
you got all of the different metal genres as factions.
Mhm.
We can have an episode just
That-
dedicated to Warhammer and music.
That can be fun.
Yeah, especially
Nerdy, but fun.
Yeah, and hopefully before it goes mainstream and ruins everything for everybody. But wherever,
Yeah, we're hoping that that's not gonna happen.
we can only hope. So wherever, and nerd rant aside. So the whole thing with metal. What makes a band sound metal? Because weeks ago, we had this conversation about Led Zeppelin, not Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
And we made comments on how out of the classical period of rock music, we're talking about late 60s, 70s,
Early 70s, yeah.
we got plenty of bands that were close to metal or are considered to be proto metal, such as Uriah Heep,
Deep
Deep Purple, some tracks by Led Zeppelin, and of course Black Sabbath being the actual one that was metal,
Yeah.
giving birth on the next decade to actual British heavy metal in the form of Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and all of those guys, right?
Yeah.
So the question is this: what is the difference between Uriah Heep and Black Sabbath in this case? What makes a band stop being hard rock, proto metal, to full on metal?
Okay, that's a good question.
Yeah, because I think by establishing this, we can finally use this development to decide which band is more metal than others.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, what makes a band metal? Using some of the transitional periods as a point of reference.
Think of the heaviest by Deep Purple.
Look,
What would be the heaviest? Because they have happy heavy, like Space Truckin'.
they have hard hitting songs, but hard hitting doesn't make it heavy.
No, it's loud. But it's not loud, it's energetic, right?
Yeah.
It's punchy.
Because for instance, I think Perfect Stranger
That's
is a heavy song.
It's almost metal.
Yeah, because it's not a fast-paced song.
No.
It's not a necessarily ultra-energetic song, but it has this.
Yeah, and it doesn't have the
Yeah.
it doesn't have that. Or Smoke on the Water, it doesn't have that.
Yeah,
It's more like it sounds mean.
yeah. So I think there is, yeah, but it's not metal. I don't think the Perfect Stranger is a metal song,
No, it is not.
but it's almost there.
The thing is that even the vocals, man, because can you remember? That's powerful, man. It has something different. It's not your regular singing.
No,
It
no,
has
no.
this projection that is like, yeah.
It's a little bit more aggressive, so I think aggression can be one term that we can use as a definitive for metal.
I agree. Yeah, I can agree.
Of course, aggressive music can present itself in different ways.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a loose term, but we can try to define it a little bit more specifically as we go. But I feel that, for instance, out of the Deep Purple catalog, Perfect Strangers is one of the
The-
most
the
aggressive
heaviest.
songs.
In the case of Led Zeppelin, would be Immigrant Song
Yeah,
or Kashmir.
but Immigrant Song, I think, has the more of that aggression, that energy that comes not from the chest but comes from the gut, like that thing.
It has that visceral. Maybe
Yeah.
it has that visceral experience. There's something about it that, like, oh yeah, this sounds like that.
Yeah.
Just think of Black Sabbath now,
Yeah.
the actual metal band from that period.
Mm-hmm.
They have that.
To spare.
Yeah, to
They
spare.
have it to spare.
Yeah, because since they were the gravy train is still riding, is still rolling. Everything related to the last concert they
Back to the beginning thing.
whatever. I watched a video on the backstage about the gear. I'm a geek, so I love to learn how all of the people that I admire develop the sounds that they use on stage or in the studio, right? So there was a video, a rig rundown of the stuff used by Geezer Butler,
Okay.
the bass player for the band, and he used 2,400 watts on stage. The thing is that they come from that period, man. They need
Yeah,
to have
yeah.
the amps roaring on the back, otherwise they won't feel the music. I won't suggest you doing that because you're gonna go deaf. It's a stupid amounts of volume, and
Yeah, that's insane.
he had actually like there was a wall of cabinets behind him, and this is for bass, mind you. It was like 5 on top of 5. Yeah, man, for 2,000 something watts is incredible, man.
Yeah.
So he said that no, it rumbles. The entire thing feels like the stage is about to fall down.
Yeah.
It's torn apart, the world.
I can imagine. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was impressed to see that very little gear. Most of the tone is coming out of the amp and his bass.
Okay.
And why is that? Well, tone is in the fingers. Yes, I agree. A good chunk of it, but also he knows how he uses his toys. The amplifiers were ash down. Very cool amplifiers from Britain. Colorful and very, very characteristic. And I think that the sound of Black Sabbath, because he played a little bit the Warpix, some of the sections from the bass, by his own, like, yeah, you are a good chunk of what makes a band sound like this.
That the bass alone was already metal.
Yeah, because the tone, the speed, the direction is more on the performance side of things rather than the notes being played. Of course, the harmony plays a huge role, right? But the way that this guy is playing and how he arranges his the notes between the different chords and stuff, like I'm going to read nerdy on you, but bear with me. Makes the sound of the music feel doomy. Of course, the arrangement and the track itself is already kind of evil and Black Sabbathy, right? It has that thing that makes Black Sabbath sound the way that Black Sabbath does, right?
Yeah.
But just by him alone, you could hear that this is a metal band without the rest.
That's interesting.
Makes sense to you? I don't know. It might,
It
because
does.
it gave me the impression like, oh, yeah, never stop to think about it, but yes.
And it's actually interesting the whole framing about it sounding metal already being the bass alone, because usually metal is attributed to guitars.
Yeah.
For the most part. And that's actually something that we can even talk. Do you need guitars to be metal?
You need guitars to be rock.
Do you?
Yes.
It's impossible to make rock without guitars?
No, I'm gonna take that back. You need distortion. That's what I actually meant. You need that kind of because distortion gives aggression to music.
Yeah.
I mean distortion not in the sense of mixing, like super nerd in you, but the kind of distortion, the saturation that comes out of an amplifier. I got an amplifier there, so that's why I'm looking over there. Of a cranked up Marshall, you need that. Also, a big cabinet, the speakers, also gives you that bottom end, that thing that hits you in the chest.
Yeah.
That could be even replicated by the speakers or headphones when you're listening to the records. So you need that. If you can replicate that with a different instrument, it works because
It can be metal.
it can be metal. There is
Okay.
there is acoustic folk metal, and it's 100% legit. It sounds
Yeah.
metal, yes.
Yeah.
A band I recommend, Cigar Tear. Listen to those guys. It's a folk metal band. They have like 4 or 3 albums or 5 albums. I don't remember, but it's full on metal. But it's no electric guitar whatsoever. Well, some songs have a little bit of the black metal, super reverby stuff. I think you're gonna like it.
Okay.
But it's all full on acoustic.
Cool.
For the vast majority of time. So no, it's not that the guitar is needed, but it's more about the aggressiveness. And probably the reason why I thought about a guitar for it to sound rock is because guitars, due to the tuning, super nerd again, the way that we tune guitars in general encourage you to use power chords, which is the root, the third, and the fifth. in the scale. Okay, and by pressing those, by making chords out of those, they have this aggressive tonality.
Mhm.
So they already give you that push forward in music. Don't know if that makes sense.
Yep. Yeah.
Because I'm going very nerdy. I'm afraid that I'm making no sense whatsoever.
No, it makes sense. Coming back to Black Sabbath for a bit, a good chunk of what makes Black Sabbath metal and
Yeah.
what is a very quintessential part of their sound is that kind of dark element.
Yeah.
Do you think that music, for it to be considered metal, it has to be dark, or can you have bright metal?
Yeah, you got power metal as an example.
The whole genre is
It's happy.
yeah, kinda, yeah.
Kind of, is it metal?
Hey.
No. Yeah,
Come on,
it is, but it's a different take. It's super different because you got that divide between metalheads.
Mhm.
Like, no, it gotta be for it to be true. It's gotta be evil, or it gotta be aggressive, or it gotta be manly in the case of Manowar, for example. Or it gotta be complex. You get me? Or
Yeah.
it gotta have plenty of athleticism across the spectrum.
Mhm.
Every goddamn musician gotta be like in the prog metal element.
Yeah.
Or at least one guy in the band gotta be a prodigy.
It should be insanely good. Yeah.
But that's actually that should be the norm, man. Don't think about it. Think about for real. Yeah, for real, because great bands in history.
They all should have.
Van Halen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the Guitar Hero.
But the thing
Rush.
is, all of them
The
were great.
drummer.
All of them were great as well.
Yeah, but Neil is better than the rest.
Yeah. Well.
And I have Alex in a super high standard. We have to have a show about Rush later.
Yeah, we can even have a special.
Yeah, no, Rush is Rush.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Is Rush metal?
No,
Does he have metal moments?
no,
Never.
impossible.
Never in life.
No.
That was a very categorical no.
And when I say that, I said it with all of the confidence that you saw, because
Yeah.
I happen to be a huge Rush fan.
Like no hesitation
No,
whatsoever.
and I can tell that I have listened to basically everything they got to offer, and I've never heard anything that was closer to metal. They're rock, and at times earlier career, almost punk.
Yeah, the fly by night stuff.
All of
Yeah,
those guys,
yeah.
with Chris Steele and Steele and all of those guys, Farewell to Kings and stuff. Even Farewell to Kings is a little bit starting to be proggy.
Yeah, it is.
But
Oh, they have been proggy
since the beginning, but that's probably in my head the point on which they actually start to go full on,
Yeah.
but whatever metal. So, yeah. So I think for something to be metal, you have to have at least those elements: the aggressiveness,
Yeah.
the proficiency, a little bit of darkness.
The proficiency is very, very arguable.
I mean, even Metallica. No.
That was like, even Metallica.
No, wait. I know. I'm gonna take that back. It sounded horrible. What I was trying to say that even Metallica, being a band, no man, Kirk Hammett is very respected.
It is.
He's liked.
It is. Yeah.
Why? Because he's good. He only does one thing, but he does it
does
extremely
excellent.
well.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I love every single one of his songs. Like, yeah, that's Kirk Hammett. Because you need to have a little bit of some virtuosism. How much? A little bit. Some bands take it to extreme. For example, Animals as Leaders. Because those guys, Gent. Yeah, but Gent is just another ramification of what metal is.
Yeah, no, it's metal still.
It's still metal.
Yeah.
But that's the final form or the total extrapolation of the idea of virtuosism in music, in metal music.
Yeah.
But every band has to have a little bit of virtuosism, I think.
I'm trying to think of a metal band that has no virtuosism whatsoever. I suppose there should be a few. I don't think.
Please let us know, because in my head, probably, because I even consider David Gilmour a virtuoso to a certain degree.
That's a
Because
stretch. He's excellent, but
Yeah, but-
virtuoso is a bit of a stretch.
when it comes to being a musician, he's virtuoso over there. He's not fast here, but his phrases, his music, you get me. It's more about the virtuosism doesn't have to be exclusively attached to your motor skills. It's the whole is what allows you to make good music.
Yeah.
And in the case of David Gilmour, you got someone who is not necessarily the most gifted on his fingers. But I was about to make a super stupid joke, but I'm gonna stop it. Ladies. But, well, I don't know. We gotta,
To everybody's imagination.
yeah, I must stop there. His virtuosism shows in the way that he writes music.
Agreed.
So coming back to this thing with metal, I think virtuosism is a very important part. How much virtuosism? That's up for debate. So aggression, virtuosism, a little bit of evil, darkness, or danger, or
Okay.
adventure. Dio, power metal, because
Okay,
Dio
yeah.
music doesn't necessarily have to be. For example, he has tracks. Yesterday was Lasting Line.
Mm-hmm.
What a great album, goddammit. Jeez. and I even think that I'm gonna be making a reaction or a review of one of the tracks from that album, and it's not gonna be Lasting Line.
No?
No.
What do you have in mind?
Last night in the city. That track.
Look, most of by Dio doesn't have the evil element to
No,
it.
but it has
doesn't
the
sound evil.
adventure.
And it has it's aggressive.
Yes.
It's aggressive, but it's not evil.
And is Dio metal? Of course.
Yeah. No,
That's
no
not
argument
even a
there.
question.
Yeah. One of the forefathers actually of metal, and probably the biggest inspiration or influence when it comes to metal singing.
Agreed.
The biggest,
Yep.
even
Yep.
more than Ozzy. And
Yep. No, yeah, because Dio, the way he sings, inspired everybody.
yeah.
Because I would say that it's Dio, and you won't believe this one, but Bruce Dickinson. Wait, you know-
already from the next wave.
Yeah, but Dio, his band, his solo effort is during the 80s.
Yeah.
But I think Bruce Dickinson, of course, ignoring King Diamond, full on metal, not to be confused with Neil Diamond. That's not metal at all. I love Neil Diamond, but it's not metal.
Not part of this conversation.
Not part of this conversation. That's gonna be for mom's rock. It is, man. Neil Diamond is full on mom's rock. But whatever.
You're already making enemies as we go.
Nah, man, Neil Diamond is awesome. I haven't liked his music a lot, but whatever.
King Diamond is metal?
Come on, man. He's probably one of the forefathers of the whole thing. Corpse paint. He was the first one to wear it,
Yeah.
and his over falsetto. That thing.
Yeah.
That plus Bruce Dickinson and Rob Halford created the cliche of high-pitched singing
Yeah.
on metal. That's my own take.
Yeah.
And I can imagine that those guys were inspired by Ian Gillan from Deep Purple.
Yeah.
Going ridiculous.
Yeah, but cranked up.
These guys were like, I'm gonna be more ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just pinching it a little bit harder.
Yeah, because I think the most conservative of the three is Bruce Dickinson, because Rob Halford. I happen not to be a big fan of Judas Priest, full on metal, and I happen to be a huge fan of the new wave of British heavy metal from the 80s. I love Iron Maiden too, and I have huge respect for Judas Priest. Not a fan necessarily speaking, but respect where respect is due.
Yeah.
And I don't like his singing style, but he's great, man.
He's very good.
He's very good, man. The way that he managed to Hell Patrol, that song's bad. That's totally recommended. That's my favorite track. That's Hell Patrol. That's full metal.
That's metal.
Metal, man. Just thinking of like, even Goosebumps, like, that's a good freaking song, man.
Look, you mentioned the whole thing with the our body paint.
Yeah, corpse paint.
Corpse. That's like.
Corpse paint.
Is Kiss metal?
Good point. No, of course not, man. That's glam rock. That's glam rock.
It is.
It is glam rock. Where's the metal? Ignore the aesthetics because
That's where the metal is.
Because
It's the only
actually,
point.
yeah, because actually, important. I how could I forget? Aesthetics are also important for metal.
Yeah, they
Very
are.
important. Very important because
Letter's metal.
yeah, full on letter. The BDSM. It is because if I recall correctly, the whole thing with Little being metal is due to Judas Priest.
Yeah, they were
Rob
the one of the
Halford,
forefathers.
everybody, all of the bands were doing the BDSM. Due to Rob Halford's lifestyle, he came up with that idea. Like, yeah, and somehow we're like, wait, that looks kind of badass. Like, yeah, it does. So it was by accident.
But there are limits because, for instance,
There are limits,
the whole thing with glam rock took the aesthetics to the limits.
but it's not leather; it's spandex.
No, but I'm talking only looks now. Okay, this part of the conversation is 100% about looks. The late 80s glam metal scene
Kind of ruined it.
kind of ruined it.
It's like jumping the shark.
They did 100%.
Because Twisted Sister, for as much as they like him, I don't like their music necessarily speaking, but I like them a lot. They are cool people.
But they have fun music.
I enjoy them. No, man, if
Yeah,
I had
fun
the chance to go to one of their concerts, I will go without even hesitation because
Yeah.
excellent. They're fun, man.
Yeah.
They're awesome. Yeah, and we're not gonna take it, but in Region 4. That's amazing. But wherever.
What I was gonna say.
Yes. If you don't know what that means, just dig around, type down on your Google machine, Twisted Sister, Huevos, like HUEVOS,
Yeah.
space CON space ACIETE. God damn, I managed to do it. Well, I was gonna say it, and you'll be mesmerized. It's amazing. It's just like,
what a performance.
wow. And it has Mike Portnoy. He was
Really?
he was covering the drums during that period. That video you saw is with him on drums.
I never realized.
It was him. So it makes it even better, right?
Yeah, it does.
Like,
It
wow.
does. It is.
But whatever. Yeah. That whole spandex aesthetic, yeah, I get you.
It
I
was
don't like
way
it.
too much.
It's too much, man. Because Dio was still rocking at that point. Or I think the only ones who did it right with the whole spongy hair and stuff, Whitesnake.
Mhm.
Is Whitesnake metal?
At times, they have their moments.
Plenty.
Yeah.
Almost everything. That's the thing. Because they're not metal.
The thing is that they are hard rock. They're actually quintessentially hard rock, but they are that hard of a rock
It's
that
way
they are
too hard.
borderline metal at most times, and sometimes they're full on metal.
In Still of the Night.
That's metal.
Full on metal.
Yeah, and it's badass metal.
The hell is that? This is, yeah.
The singing is full on metal.
Yeah.
The
You're
guitar
listening to the
playing,
riff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You're like,
The
yeah.
riff is metal as F.
Yeah.
The tone.
Yeah.
Because let's talk about tone.
Oh, yeah, guitar tone.
Do you think?
Yeah,
there's
no,
a-
yeah.
So go for it.
Yeah. When it comes to guitar tone and metal, yes. There is the metal sound. And it's called the shocks. The sugar.
The sugar.
You gotta do that. If your guitar is not doing that, you're not metal. You're a poser.
If it doesn't chugga, you're not metal.
Yeah, you're a poser. Like that. No, but you know, is that thing that, yes. And it comes with in different fashions. For example, you got the more precise metal, the then you got the heavy metal as well, the more traditional one. Think of Iron Maiden, the
Yeah.
very tight, but it's not that Then you got the thrash metal, which is kinda not that low endy, but super
Because it's more aggressive than
more
heavy.
aggressive than heavy.
Yeah.
Because the heaviness comes from the speed of the drums and the bass.
Yeah.
So the guitar is covering more of the mid range and the high end in a super aggressive. Because those bands on the guitar is what makes them aggressive. So yeah, but then you got the more sludge or the more doomy like Black Sabbath. Is slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Black Sabbath.
that's what I feel to be true heaviness in music. Because nowadays, music that is, for instance, very fast, very,
Posers.
They are called heavier. But for instance, I feel that. Let me use a comparison. I feel that Black Sabbath is heavier than Amon Amarth, for example.
Oh yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, and I say on the more modern take of looking at heaviness, I say most people would say that Amon Amarth is heavier.
Okay, I agree with you. Let me try to see if I can contribute to the conversation in another stupid fashion.
Okay.
Because I can see why you would say that Black Sabbath is heavier than Amon Amarth. I get you, and I agree. Because Black Sabbath's music sounds like your Godzilla, crushing cities.
Yeah.
Right? And Amon Amarth, you feel like you're riding a freaking horse,
Yeah.
bashing skulls. Which one is heaviest? Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Obviously.
that was very stupid, but I think it makes sense.
No, it does make sense.
Yeah, because it's not the pacing, it's not the speed, there's something about it because Amon Amarth's music is uber aggressive, aggressive and intense,
Yeah. And high energy.
high energy.
Yeah.
And Black Sabbath says music. No, Black Sabbath is correct. Music has this. It's slower, but meaner.
Yeah.
Has more of the.
Look, and I even think that there's a kind of a inversely proportional relationship in between being high energy and being heavy.
Yeah.
I think the more energy it has, the
You
least.
cannot do both.
Because for instance, that's why power metal is kind of almost getting away from the realm of metal
And more rock.
because it's way too high energy.
But it's way too aggressive, way too fast, way too intense.
Yeah.
That makes it metal.
Hmm.
Because Amon Amarth is closer, big quote unquote, to power metal than it is to Black Sabbath.
Yeah, big one quote, but I get it.
But yeah, it's just for sake of conversation.
Yeah.
But good point, because it's impossible to write a song that is both fast. Don't get me wrong. Is like ominous while being fast.
Yeah.
Because part of what gives the feel of this ominous presence, this monster-like thing, comes from being slow.
Yeah, true.
Because it feels menacing.
That's why I think that probably one of the, even though it's not a style that I particularly like, there are some bands that are good, but I'm not a fan of the genre. I think sludge is actually one of the heaviest genres within metal.
Look, when they do this,
Yeah, because that's
damn,
heavy.
yeah, you feel like
That's heavy.
damn, a ton of bricks fall on my head.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it's not. I feel personally, and you can shoot the arrows if you want. Sludge gets boring kind of quickly. Personally speaking, if you like sludge and you have a good band to point in my direction, I'll be more than happy to listen to it. But what I have with experience with sludge is usually, I find that it loses its appeal a few songs in.
I agree partially with that, man, because it's more about. But I would never say that it's a bad genre. It's a good genre. It's simply not my cup of tea.
Because I feel kind of the same about stoner metal and for similar stoner rock. For similar reasons as well.
Yeah.
Because I think it gets kind of.
But I like the
repetitive.
aesthetic. I like the idea. I like the whole concept. But probably being a prog rocker doesn't help, man. Because I look at that. Like, this would be a great passage
Yeah.
rather than a song.
But an album.
And especially when
Yeah.
putting it in a position of being an album, right?
But again, I suppose there
It's a matter of taste, man.
there are plenty of bands that are great,
Yeah,
and
of
there are
course.
plenty of bands that use that aesthetic in a clever way as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you are more into those genres
I
than I am,
think. Well, yeah, this is more trash, but try High on Fire. I already mentioned it before.
yeah.
They are kind of an in between between sludge and trash, but they are closer to trash. But they are very good.
On a scale of metalness, where would you place thrash metal?
In the bin. That was awful terrible. So I'm gonna take it down.
Give me a second because
that
this.
was very bad. But, or wherever you did, I earn it. No, look. No, it's a legit genre. I love Metallica. I love Megadeth. I love freaking Testament.
Megadeth is way more metal than Metallica. Changed my mind.
If you compare it to modern or after Black Album Metallica, yes. But pre Black Album, they were equally heavy and equally metal. Yeah, man, come on.
The thing is that I always, because look, even the virtuosism that you mentioned before as being a part of metal.
But that's not fair, man, because Megadeth has always had great guitar players.
But that's what I'm talking about. I think it is more metal because of that.
No, because Dio, for example, well, things that Dio has, the virtuosism was on the singer.
Yeah, but he always had incredible musicians with him as well. Yeah, because drummer's always great, guitar player's always great.
On the counterpart, Ozzy Osbourne, well, which musician is not good with him?
Always top of the line.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough to find one that is. No, but even. No, man, for God's sake, once again, even Metallica has virtuosism, man.
Even the whole thing with even Metallica is always great.
And
We all get it.
Yeah,
we all get it.
yeah. It's not about being mean. I actually, it comes from a place of huge respect and actual fandomness on my end, because I truly like them, and it's the first record I ever bought with my own money. So of course I have a very special place in my heart for them. Even though, damn.
I'm gonna make you angry now.
What?
But
Saint Anger doesn't count.
no. Do you feel that new metal
No.
is metal,
No.
but it's in the name, new metal?
And New Coke wasn't Coke, and it had Coke. It's the same. No, it's not metal. That's in my head, and I don't care if you get upset about this. Because this is not about being upset, it's simply a matter of opinion. And if you disagree with my opinion, you are free to say whatever you want. But I think that new metal was made by the man to appeal to a particular demographic after the success of boy bands in the late 90s. because they realized that it was working with girls.
Mm.
What can we do to the same but with boys? What is cool right now? Rap,
Being edgy.
being edgy and angsty, and but we need to be manly.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Get Limp Bizkit. That's what I say. Because do you find virtuosism?
No.
And West Borland fans, he's not Inby Malmsteen. He's not even John Frusciante. Get me? And John Frusciante is a great musician, but not necessarily the best guitar player ever. But he's a very good musician. And West Borland is not a bad guitar player. No, but he's not. He doesn't have any of those traits. He's not Eddie Van Halen. He's not. Of course, I'm going way too far, but let's say the things that I'm just thinking of very good guitar players.
Only the cream of the crop.
No, but the thing is that's a standard. Look, that's a standard. That's what you're expected to be when you're playing metal
Yeah.
or rock in
Would you
general.
say that Van Halen's metal?
At times,
It has its moment as well, right?
moments, but it's hard rock. The thing is that they got moments. They Hot for a Teacher.
Yeah.
That
Yeah, that's
song
metal.
is. Oh,
That's metal.
I would say that.
I would say that is metal, yeah.
Yeah. Or always blurring the lines.
Yeah.
But that song's aggressive, ballsy,
Yeah.
powerful,
Mm-hmm.
and badass. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
What a good song that is as well, man. Yeah, but new metal is not metal, man, in my opinion. Because what other band do you think? Papa Roach?
Yeah.
Linkin Park?
Yeah.
I would put them, and Linkin Park is a different beast, man, because fairness where fairness is due. Linkin Park is probably heavy alternative rock.
Mm-hmm.
Get me?
Yeah.
And those guys are later become legit. At the beginning, it was clearly just a copycat. They were trying to do the same, but if Limp Bizkit was Backstreet Boys, early Linkin Park was their NSYNC. Do you agree with that or not?
As someone who actually appreciates Linkin Park, I agree with that. I can't.
Why?
I can't because I can't deny it. Why? Because what am I gonna say?
No,
I have no arguments.
Elaborate more, because actually.
The thing is that even thinking back on some of the marketing, on some of the ways that we were portrayed with the images of the band and everything, it was just a very edgy version of the boy bands. It really was.
For real.
Thinking, I'm even getting like flashes of band photos and stuff like that. Is that but edgier?
Yeah, think of Godsmack, think of Static X, man. The only band that was good out of that, and I will have to give kudos to those guys, Deftones, because they didn't
Deftones
sound.
are good,
They sound like I don't even know what they are playing, but it's good. It's Deftones, because they were put in the same category as the rest of those guys because they came out during that particular period. But Deftones is like,
Deftones is late 90s, right?
yeah, it's at the same time as those guys, man. They were part, at least back in the day, if I remember correctly, they were considered to be part of the new metal movement.
Movement?
Not my ass. It was manufactured
Yeah,
as
movement.
walls, man. But Deftones is a good band, man. Are they metal?
I don't think so.
I don't even know what they
I
are.
think so. Yeah,
They're
it's
rock.
They're kind of hard to place, but I don't think they fit into metal. Being very honest.
Yeah, because what's in it? They have a song that I love, man. It's called Change. Well, like forever. Blah, blah, you know which one?
No.
Ah.
Yeah,
Change is the name. Change his name. The House of Flies.
Oh yeah,
That
no,
song
okay,
is
yeah, no.
great, man. The groove is fantastic, but then they go heavy. That song's metal.
Yeah, kinda. It still wouldn't
But
fully
it's
place
no,
it.
but look, it's metal in the sense of it's similar to Alcest. You know Alcest?
Yeah.
They are metal, but is that kind of feminine metal? Because it has plenty of
Look, even feminine metal. Now that you brought it to the
yeah,
equation.
Camelot.
No, but look. Usually,
I love Camelot.
look. Usually, or at least it's something that the metalheads try to tell themselves.
Yeah.
Metal is attributed to being masculine.
Yes.
So wouldn't feminine metal be a little bit of a contradiction?
No, it's simply. Do you have a mom?
I do. Do you?
I do. I still do. Thank God. No, but no. What I mean is that you need both. to have the proper hole.
Mm-hmm.
So of course there gotta be the feminine take. The thing is that metal came out of the manly aspect of music. But then as music is progressing, you started to see more the different takes on it, man.
Yeah.
You got, for example, power metal. The symphonic, but power metal came first, right? So you got more of the Irish dancing stuff.
Yeah.
Think of Rhapsody of Fire. That's manly. But then you got your Epicas and your Sonata Arcticas. All of those guys who are still power metal, and the quintessential Nightwish.
Yeah.
Full on feminine, and it's not. Look, Sonata Arctica doesn't have a female singer, mind you, but it still sounds kind of feminine. Why? Because the aggression is still there, but the energy projected is not like Manowar
Yeah.
or freaking Dio. It's feminine. It has a little bit of this, so what other band is feminine? Whitesnake can go feminine
Yeah. At times.
at times.
Yeah.
Because it's not a matter of being being a man or a woman, okay? It has nothing to do with your biology. And no, it's not spectrum, mind you, by the way. No, it's more about the qualities of the music and the composition. Because feminine energy is softer. It's more delicate.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more personal. While manly energy is more to the point. Both can be aggressive, but the way that the aggression is projected is very different. Because one is more driven by action and one is more driven by response. And that's nature speaking. An actual wisdom, not from me. From whatever, I'm just gonna stop there, but I get it because I'm gonna go very esoteric.
Look, you mentioned Camelot. Why Camelot would you frame it as a kind of
At times it's feminine. Camelot is a very underrated band that I've always tried to promote.
It's very freaking good.
It's so goddamn good.
Yeah.
It's punches balls. It has everything that would make you hate him, but they do something. This is fantastic because it has
quite a lot of prog to it.
rock to it. All of the tropes of the tire tropes of power metal, but they do it in a way like, no, amazing,
And they're excellent musicians.
excellent musicians. The singer, man,
Yeah.
Roy Khan, the first singer. The second one is also excellent, but the first one, god damn it, he's like, damn. And please watch the only video they got live with him. It's gonna knock your socks off, man. That's a goddamn performance.
And the entire show, I know what's the name of it is
The Coldest Night or something like that.
Cold Winter's Night.
Coldest Winter Night.
The entire show is fantastic. The whole thing, it has no stinkers.
No,
It's
no,
all
no,
great.
it's just everything.
And the performance throughout, of course, the singing is the highlight because he's
He's the
amazing.
virtuoso of the band.
Yeah,
but the guitar player is
but
great.
the drummer is incredible as well. The whole band is excellent.
The keyboard, everybody's great in that band. Even the bass.
That's actually very much worth checking out.
Yeah.
The live performance.
Yeah, please
Yeah.
do yourself a favor and truly watch it. You're gonna be like, wow, this is good. This is art.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
art. Because
The
there is a
performance aspect of the singing is
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
great theatrics. A la Meatloaf. We're gonna take on Meatloaf later because
Okay, I'm already holding the question of is it Meatloaf Man? But okay, we're getting to it.
Because like, I don't know. Because look, in the case of Camelot, it has plenty of moments of feminine energy because it feels softer or seductive.
Yeah.
Get me? That's
Yeah.
why Whitesnake can also be we have a little bit of that feminine energy. Again,
It has a Whitesnake actually has quite
Sexy.
a lot of sexy to the mix. It's part of
and think of in an archetypical fashion. Is the woman the one who is the seductive one? Get me? Because a man portrays attraction by being powerful and resourceful. A woman does it by being beautiful and graceful. So that's why you got those female and masculine energy in music. Prog rock, you have to learn how to use both and know where to put them and how to make them work together to create. Once again, see how deep it goes, right?
Yeah.
Because by using those elements, you create very beautiful music. And metal, depending which genre you're working on, you're gonna be either capitalizing on one side of the energy or the other. Prog metal is the one that actually uses both.
Yeah, because it's more expensive, and even on the different
think
movements
of-
of a single song, you can get.
Think of Pantera.
Mm.
It's full masculine.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's full on masculine. And when they try to do the feminine with Cemetery Gates,
It doesn't.
they gotta ruin it
Yeah, it doesn't really.
because they bring it.
Yeah.
The song is fantastic, but then and change my mind. That you want that song, whatever. But you see my point, right?
Yeah, I do. See
And
your
Camelot it's a band that has both, but on a song by song basis. Get me?
point. Yeah, I get you.
Because it's not that they change. The only one when they play their epics, the long ones, for example, that Elizabeth,
Mhm.
that's full on feminine at the beginning,
Yeah.
but then
Yeah.
okay, and it becomes more. The song goes heavier. It begins with a beautiful ballad,
Mhm.
piano and vocals sing. No, I won't spoil it, but it's so good. And please watch that song live
Yeah, do check it out.
because they actually. They actually outshine the recording, the original recording.
Yeah, and I do think that Camelot, in good part, even though it's considered a power metal band, they are kind of prog metal.
Yeah,
On the realm of prog metal, now that we're getting to it,
Dream Theater, obviously,
the obvious one. But I think Dream Theater,
it's more rock.
yeah, of course, no, it is metal
It has metal.
at times. But I think that the progressive metal term is attributed to them very loosely.
Yeah, I agree. Because in my head canon, and I haven't been able to change it, even though the newest record is heavy, and it's,
That album's metal.
that's metal.
prog metal.
Yeah, but they only got that one and Train of Thought, and maybe Systematic Chaos for it to for them to make the claim that they are metal. But it's only those albums that are full on metal because the rest of their music is mostly rock, 70s prog rock, but heavy.
And with metal moments within
Metal
the song.
moments within the
Yeah,
songs,
Yeah.
but no more. They are closer to hard rock. Even I would even dare to say that they're like progressive hard rock with elements, metal elements. But it's my opinion, because metal bands that are prog rock on prog, Symphony X.
That's prog metal.
That's full on prog metal. Some people try to put them in the power metal. Why? Just because they're faster.
No,
And they have a little bit of a symphonic elements. No, they're prog metal, man. Also, Queensryche. That's also a tough one.
I think Queensryche is prog rock mostly.
No, man. Because Operation Mindcrime, it's kind of metal.
Yeah, it's badass.
It's a great album. And the thing is that the follow-up Empire is more rock.
Yeah, it is.
Because Jet City Woman. Oh, that's
No, but I do think that
slaps.
even they have, of course, they go heavy, but I don't think that that I'll fit them as metal. Even though I think prog. The thing is that prog is wide by definition.
Yeah, that's a difficult part, man.
Yeah.
I get you.
Whenever you use the word progressive, you already know that it's not something super well defined because
And it could draw elements from different genres in one song.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
it's kind of hard to place, but I would frame them as progressive rock,
Yeah.
heavy progressive rock
Heavy
at times.
progressive rock, yes.
Yeah, because Symphony X is, for me, they are actually the quintessential progressive metal band, not Dream Theater, which
Yeah.
is usually considered the quintessential progressive metal.
Or Opeth.
Opeth, yes.
Opeth full
Yeah.
on, well,
There are albums
all their albums.
because, like, for instance, the
From Watershed
what's
backwards.
the name of that one that actually like quite a lot? Damnation.
Damnation.
That's progressive rock.
Yeah.
Badass progressive rock.
But that was
heavy.
released as part of the duology that was Damnation and what's the other guy? Ghost Rivers.
They're both fantastic.
But one is full on F you.
Yeah.
And we're like in my time, like that.
Yeah.
So like a big, and I remember I might be wrong, but I remember reading that the idea was that they actually got they were very prolific in that period when it came to producing music and writing music. So they got plenty of songs. So when they were trying to see what songs will make it to the final cut for the album, they realized, dude, this is very good. What if we just split the heavy tracks as one album and the mellow, not heavy songs on the other one? Yeah, well done. If you haven't listened to those albums, please do. You're gonna be amazed.
Yeah.
Great freaking music. One is feminine energy, the other guy is masculine energy.
Yeah, and they do both.
Oof,
excellently.
man.
But look,
Because Opeth is super feminine. Their music
Yeah.
is very feminine.
I actually happen to agree, and this might be a controversial take for Opeth fans,
Yes.
but personally, I think they even do better the more feminine stuff, like albums such as Damnation. Of course, they do the heavy and the mean super well as well. I'm not gonna say, but I prefer personally, my own personal opinion, the stuff that is a little bit more on the prog rock side
The thing
with
is that-
metal elements.
The thing is that they are very good at doing the what's the name of these guys that I'm thinking of? The Van der Graaf Generator thing.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
they do. I would even change. I would change it. They do very good. The Gentle Giant, but with darker overtones.
Yeah,
But it's kind of like
because the dark undertone they are always present.
Yeah,
it's
but-
part of their sound.
yeah, but they are very good at writing and creating those songs that are very 60s sounding.
Mhm.
They sound like the Canterbury thing.
Yeah,
Especially the later records, because when he stopped growling, Mike Lagerfeld, fantastic guy, great composer. He's very. He's a vocal, he's a singer and lead, and one of the guitar players of the band. When they announced the release of, I always remember, I always forget that guy. Because Sorceress is the follow-up to that one. Where is the one before Sorceress?
Sorcerer is a fantastic album.
Yeah, but it was part of the controversial period
Yeah.
because he decided to. I'm not gonna grow in the next albums. Why? I don't want to. That's already valid.
Yeah.
I'm the one, I'm the one who's writing the music. I'm the one who makes decisions. It's up to me, right? You like my music based on what I do. So why would that be so controversial? But all hell got loose, calling him a poser and wherever, right? But when those albums got released, I was very surprised on how Heritage.
Yeah.
Very surprised on how even they tried to get the production values of the record to sound like it came out of the 60s. Get me?
Yeah.
They stopped using the bombastic, super powerful, like in-your-face drums, and they went for a more organic, kind of cozy sounding, but still heavy, punchy, like a Black Sabbath record. Late 60s, of course.
Yeah.
But it sounds like a pristine, high-tech version of the vintage. I know it's kind of an oxymoron, but
Yeah, no, but I get it, because if you listen to it, you're gonna get it as well.
yeah,
Because
it's difficult to
yeah,
express
yeah.
with words. But
Yeah,
once
yeah.
you listen to that one, you're like, wait a second, yeah, somehow they did it.
Yeah. And it worked.
100%.
Yeah, I think it's a good sound.
Yeah, thing is that people respecting the, I know the follow-up to freaking Watershed. God damn, that album is good.
That album is mean.
It is.
It's mean.
It is very mean, but has those beautiful tracks, man.
Mm-hmm.
Because it got what's the name? Burden. That song's
Yeah.
good, man, and it's a beautiful ballad.
But look, that's the kind of stuff that I think they do really, really well.
I
They think that they are very prolific.
But man, the first song,
Mm.
not the acoustic one, and the Lotus one. I don't know, Lotus, isn't it? Yeah.
Mhm.
That song, Braco.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the beans, but you listen to those albums, you're like, damn, this heavy as balls and bad. Complex as all, like, damn, this is incredible. You're like, you feel your brain's like, keep going, this is good, because your brain like, I feel intelligent, I'm increasing my IQ just by listening to these guys.
The thing is that Opeth, now coming back to the metal scale,
Yes,
they're metal, clearly.
full on.
Clearly.
Even
But-
the softer stuff, yes.
But the thing is, I think their music is on the lighter scale of metal, just because it's way too intricate. I think that also on the metal scale, at least the way I see it, I think you get some form of heaviness out of some form of simplicity as well. When it goes way too intricate, of course you can do intricate but heavy.
But it can become tiresome, right?
It can become tiresome. And I think that bands such as Opeth, for instance, that do clearly metal, but it's very highly crafted, intricate stuff, it doesn't capitalize that much on the heaviness.
Because they're intelligent. They know
yeah.
they know when to stop.
Yeah.
Because if you, when you're listening to music that is complex, a good chunk of your brain power is already deciphering what is being
What's going on?
What's going on.
Yeah, yeah.
And if it's heavy, it's already it could. And if you and as a composer, if you don't balance the two of them correctly and in the right amount, not equalizing it, measuring it and keeping the flow of the track, playing with this dynamic, you can turn a section of a song super jarring.
Yeah, yeah.
Because complexity is really tough for the listener, and it's not looking down on the listener. No, it's tough for everybody.
Yeah, because it's demanding.
It's demanding. Your brain has to be fully engaged in what is happening.
Yeah.
And then you add heaviness and meanness to it. Give me a break, man. Give me a break.
Because look, or kind of exemplifying that, but because I think that Opeth is on the very, very intricate side, but I think a band that is very heavy and has intricacies but is well played is Abbath.
Oh yeah.
Because Abbath is very heavy,
Big fan of Abbath.
very heavy. They are intricate, but they know how to use the intricacies.
Yes.
Because the music is also complex.
It
It's
is
not
indeed.
simple music
It
by
is
any
indeed.
means,
It is indeed.
but it's not like Opeth. You know what I mean? Like,
No, totally. Because Abbath is more on the is straightforward.
yeah,
But having and also his tracks are shorter, man.
yeah,
Because Immortal is the band that he came from. You have seen his face,
yeah.
clear easily, because he's one of those bands. That's for posters. That's not for the true metalheads. Like, come on, wherever. Because why? He's so popular. Only posters knows him. Yeah, okay, whatever. The music is fantastic, and he's a very very good musician. He's the growler, but he's a great guitar player.
Mm.
He's the
I
guy.
don't know.
He's the player.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's Abbott.
Badass.
Yeah. No, believe me, because listen to his solo records. He has 3, right? Yeah, he has 3.
Is it 3? There was more.
No, it's only 3. No, but the thing is that he was part of Immortal. Immortal is the one that has the big career. Also Immortal is badass. But Abbott, by his own, is also excellent.
I prefer Abbath by its own, being very honest. I wouldn't say that's better. It's my own preference.
No, that's good. The thing is that Abbott finally decided to let's make it sound good. Enough of this black metal shit. let's throw some money into the machine for a change. Because again, also that's a sort of underground. Being underground, does that makes it metal?
I don't think so.
No, but you know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I think that
Because
that
you
was
gotta, for it to be true, nobody has to listen to it.
yeah, but there was a particular movement within the metal sphere. I think it was mostly centered around the whole thing with death metal, but not only death and black metal.
It began in those circles.
Because it was mostly like on those Scandinavian Nordic the countries, where for some reason, and we can even kind of study it at a given point in time because it's an interesting phenomenon.
It's very interesting.
Where every single one of the metalheads was trying to compete with the next one.
To see who was
To
the
see who
truest.
Yeah, who liked the band that was more obscure, and I think that was actually very bad for the genre. Being very honest.
Yeah, and the fact that it popularized and kind of spread across different genres of metal
Yeah,
kind of made it worse.
yeah, because there's an escalation with heaviness, and I get it because people are always trying to move the threshold.
But you know why? Look, I was working with an amplifier a few hours ago, and I was crafting a tone for a recording that I'm working on. And when I was getting the tone, I was looking for something high gain. High gain is metal, okay? But the context of the song is not metal. It's actually rock. It's kind of rock and roll. But why I was looking for that kind of tone? Gary Moore. Gary Moore, his guitar tone is high gain.
He goes metal at times.
He goes metal time. Is Thin Lizzy metal?
At times.
Yeah, that's
They have their
a
moments
tough
as well.
question because Cold Sweat. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what that's during the period with John Sykes.
Yeah.
So yeah, kind of helps. But wherever. I was thinking of those bands. Is that sound metal? Because it's basically the sound of a guitar from a metal band. The only thing is that they weren't playing metal, but they got done.
Yeah. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, because that's why Gary Moore can sound metal, and his early solo career is kind of metal.
And even his fusion stuff,
It is
very metal at times.
Kind of metal.
Yeah.
The thing is that in order for me to get to that tone, I had to start to use different guitar pedals and start to develop gain staging. Okay, it's something nerdy, but that got me to thinking how amplifiers develop throughout time. and the idea was to get more gain, less noise, without cranking up the volume more. Getting to that mean heavy metal tone with the least amount of effort and the less moving parts, and that requires a lot of technology. It's not that easy, because that's why the metal amplifiers, let's say your Engels, your Diesel, the high-end Marshalls or the high-end Mesa Boogies, the Friedman amplifiers and stuff, they tend to be more expensive than regular Fenders. Why? Because getting those tight tones require super top-notch engineering behind it. That's why you see the evolution of heaviness being proportional to the passing of time.
Interesting. Okay.
It makes sense, because think of Eddie Van Halen's guitar tone, the round sound. He was rocking a modded Marshall a Plexi, if I recall correctly. Somebody did the mode. I think it was Jose. Actually, it's known as the Jose mode. I don't know. I don't remember if it was the one. I think it was Eddie Van Halen's guitar. Van Halen guys, and bigger fans than me. Please tell me, because I think it was the Jose mod. That's the name, actually, in California. One of those Joses. So, where it provided that stupid, super high gain, super punchy sound that is what made Van Halen sound the way they did. And then he acquired the PB5150, which is full on stupidity, but clean stupidity.
Yeah.
So by stupidity I mean
Yeah.
that's one, because in order to play one of his licks or his guitar parts, you need to part of it is amp. Without that particular tone, you won't be able to do it. And there are ways to do it with more traditional amplifiers by using pedals and stuff, but it's not that it's more difficult. But it's possible. So what I mean is that you see how, thanks to technology advancing, the sound of metal and the sound of rock becomes heavier because the tone of the amplifiers allow for it. Think in terms of the King Sex. Their guitar tone, stupidly massive, right?
Yeah, it is.
Basically metal, but they don't play metal because it's a dual rectifier. It's a Mesa Boogie dual rectifier, which is known for being like full on stupidity.
I'll even take this to basically make my final question
Yes.
here for the night. You mentioned that the development of technology allowed for music to become heavier. Do you think that modern metal is more metal than classic metal?
No, because I think we kind of went stray as musicians during the, would say, late 90s. Particularly during the height of the thrash movement, with heavier means not with heavier means more metal. That we kind of started to misunderstood the whole concept of what metal music actually is, because you got bands such as Megadeth. Yeah, they are thrash.
Yeah.
They are metal, but they are not Pantera. They are very melodical still.
Yeah.
And then you got bands. The whole thing with power metal happening during the mid 90s, which is also very different. It's kind of Halloween-ish, because Halloween is considered to be speed metal and proto power metal, but they sound very much like heavy metal to me, but just super fast.
Yeah.
And soaring vocals.
Yeah.
Please remind me the name of the guy, because that guy also kind of created the cliche of Eagles Fly Free.
But he did it
Oh
really
man,
well.
man.
Really
Listen to Eagles Fly Free if you haven't, by Halloween. That track, damn man, the vocals in the end is like, you're like, it's kind of like that, right? Like this is kind of like wow, because it sounds stupid and fun, like yeah, but then the end like glorious. It's actually glorious.
But you see quite a lot of Dio in it, but once again cranked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if I can recommend another power metal song that is gonna knock your socks off, go for Dawn of Victory by Rhapsody of Fire.
The name already is badass.
Yeah. From the album Dawn of Victory. That song, again, begins fast, stupid, kinda. You feel like you're part of a Dorben kitchen or something, but then when the chorus kick in, like you're gonna feel glorious, the perpetuity of glorious of glory. Because in Italian he's Gloria, Gloria perpetua, and he sings it in a way like, yeah, super metal but fun.
Okay.
It's like, but glorious, and the end is like yeah, let's conquer some lands. So yeah, but I think that something happened during that period. After my stupid derail, we forgot what makes metal, man. Because the whole thing went more about being heavy and distorted and dissonant and mean sounding rather than being metal. Because I even remember Mike Lagerfeld one day when during the whole controversy, Opeth once again, when they released those albums in which he didn't go that metal, calling them no longer being metal, and he said at what point Black Sabbath stopped being metal. They never had guttural singing. They never had this amount of distortion. They never had well, not that many moments of heavy kick drum action.
Yeah.
How?
That's a fantastic argument.
At what? Yeah.
100%.
He's right.
I agree 100%.
Totally.
Yeah.
Because it's not about being fast. There was some, in my opinion, manufactured arms race that happened during that period because you didn't have that particular ridiculous controversy during the 80s. It was more about who played the best.
Yeah.
Because the fight was more about being guitar players and musicians and racks of amazing gear and stuff. It was more about like, look, rather than, Uga Uga, heavier, more evil, therefore more metal. No.
Yeah.
Which one do you think is the beneficial?
The thing I do agree that metal as a, because metal is quite wide. We spent the last hours talking about several different variants of metal.
I have like another year of talking.
So metal is very wide, but there are a few correlations, of course. But I feel that there is a very big argument to be made about Black Sabbath being the core of what makes metal. We, of course, talked about many different variants of metal that sounds nothing like Black Sabbath.
Yep.
But I think that some of the modern variants of metal strayed away way too far from some of the things that actually makes metal, even though it's heavier, is ballsier to some degree, is more, because many of the things that you mentioned as points that makes metal, let's say the virtuosism, aggressiveness and stuff like that, you have bands that do this more nowadays. They are kind of cranking up to 11 those elements, but they are, let's say, less metal than Black Sabbath.
I think it's because they are forcing it. It doesn't feel natural.
Yes, but that's exactly the point.
Yeah, because think of Rainbow. They were in metal. Supergroup from the early 70s with just the best of the best.
Kind of metal.
They have songs that are full on metal.
Yeah.
Once again, Kill the King.
Yeah.
That's even power metal.
Taro Woman
is also metal.
Yeah.
Stargazer. That's prog metal.
Yeah. And badass.
What a great song. The guitar solo is
The guitar playing is nuts.
Oh man. Yeah, when I listened to that one as a kid, like, this guy's a genius. Of course, it's Richie Blackmore, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. That's a good guitar.
And that's basically a dream team.
It is.
Very honest, because it's Carmen Apiece,
Yeah.
Richie Blackmore,
Yeah.
Dio,
Yeah.
and I forgot the bass player.
But
Sorry, but he's excellent as well.
He's also excellent. He's escaping from my mind right now.
Yeah, but
That's a
really excellent.
dream team.
Yeah.
And nothing else.
That's rock and roll at its finest.
Totally. And most of their music is more on the classic rock sound.
But I do think it's proto metal. I definitely treat them as proto metal as well.
Certain songs, yes.
Yeah.
Because they also, for example, Catch the Rainbow. What a beautiful ballad that is. Way better than Rainbow Eyes. Rainbow Eyes is
It's
beautiful.
also good, yeah.
Yeah, but that guy is more of a somber song. The other one is. Ah, yes.
The singing in Catch the Rainbow is some of the best singing ever.
It is incredible.
Yeah.
I agree, man. 100%. You can feel the texture
Yeah.
of Dio's voice.
In the emotion, come on.
That song is full on feminine.
Yeah.
beautiful track. Even my mom loves it.
Why wouldn't she?
Well, she doesn't listen to rock, man. But when I don't know why, she was put some music in the car. No, because the only music I got is gonna scare you. Which one? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Play it again. That's what's a beautiful song. Yeah, it is.
It is a beautiful song.
Beautiful song. God damn, that's a beautiful song. And yeah, she's the singer. Yeah, the singing is beautiful.
But look, that song feels more like a metal ballad
It
than a rock ballad.
it's still feeling metal.
Yeah.
Why? It feels. It has this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what to say. I don't know which word to use because it's like it's not thunderous. It's like very solid sound.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
get
yeah.
me?
Like the ballads from Scorpions as well. So
Yeah, exactly. Think of Still Loving You.
Yeah.
Palo.
Because
That
they
thing
hit
sounds
hard.
Hard.
They hit hard.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's an interesting presentation for metal. Like I wouldn't call it metal, but it has a metal element to it, and it's soft. It's soft and
Yes,
it's
yes.
mellow and it's feminine.
Yeah.
But
Showing you that it's metal.
Yeah.
Because Scorpion is hard rock. Yes, some of it.
Yeah.
Because they also have.
They have quite a lot of metal to it.
Yeah.
The thing is, this conversation is not one that we're gonna end today.
No, it's impossible
Basically,
because to summarize, could we find the one that is the metal best of the most?
Metalist. Okay, so just to draw,
I think I can't.
but just draw a line in today's conversation. I think
It's impossible to decide.
no, but I think the metalist of all of the stuff that we talked about today. If you had to pick one, which was the most metal band that we talked about today? I think was Abbott.
Would you say Abbott?
I think was Abbott because Abbott has some of the modern take on metal. It has some of the heavy, some of the evil, yeah, that thing. But it also has quite a lot of the dark, eerie thing that made, for instance, Black Sabbath metal. It has a little bit of both worlds,
But with the modern stuff, right?
but with the modern stuff. So I think it's actually capitalizing of what made classic metal and what makes modern metal.
Yeah.
I think it kind of has a little bit of it all.
Good point, man. I don't know. I truly find myself not necessarily unable to make a decision because right now the one coming to my head is either I don't want to pick Black Sabbath because it's the obvious choice,
Yeah.
and the one that comes to mind is Dio by his own. But maybe because I was listening to Last in Line yesterday. No, because it's very tough, man. I'm trying to be objective because that's how I when it comes to music, I always try to be as objective as I can because otherwise I won't be able to make money. So I don't know which one to pick, man. As it is today, but if I had to be making a decision today, I would go for fucking Metallica, man.
For real?
Wait.
Metallica?
Yes, but I'm gonna go for old school.
Kill 'em all.
The true one. Probably not Kill 'Em All because Kill 'Em All, even though it sounds like metal, still has a little bit of the. I love that record. I think it's one of the best records ever. It sounds like ass. That one of the best records ever. No Stinkers.
There's a very solid album.
Very solid.
Yeah.
And
I think it's their most solid album.
it is indeed.
Even though the first.
Yeah, and they were kind of very young, like 17 maximum.
Yeah.
But I would say that the one that I like, I think Metallica during the period of Master of Puppets all the way down to And Justice for All. That period of time, I think they were. Because I prefer Iron Maiden, full on, every goddamn day of the week. But if I were to introduce somebody into what metal actually sounds like, I think Master of Puppets alone. It's a good introduction to the genre. Why? Because you got, for example, Battery, which has some of the progressive stuff, and a little bit of softer stuff as well, due to the introduction with the Spanish. It's not Spanish guitar. It's like an attempt at playing classical guitar, right? It's because it's not classical guitar, man. It's a bit different, but it sounds amazing. It's a good tone. Don't get me wrong. You got a proper introduction to prog badass metal with Master Puppets.
Fantastic song. Even though it's kind of like mainstreamized now, it's a
No man, it's a
freaking good song.
masterpiece, man.
Yeah.
It was probably the first time I listened to a track that was first and foremost long.
Yeah.
but also had passages.
Because that's a prog song.
It's a prog.
That's a prog metal
It's
song.
Metallica, prog metal. Early Metallica. Think about it.
The thing that
No.
they have songs.
The thing is that they have plenty.
The thing I don't think I will ever be able to
Because-
put the band as being prog
I
metal.
agree, because they were doing the same as Iron Maiden did.
Mm-hmm.
The Magnus Opus of the Trigger.
Yeah.
The album, yeah. This
Yeah.
is the one that we actually going full on artistic. They were,
Cthulhu.
yeah, Call of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
That's from Friday Lighting, right?
No, it's No, I think it's Red Light. I think you're correct. I think you're correct.
It was is a big one from Friday Lighting.
Mhm.
Because the big one from Injustice for All is one.
Mhm.
And then Master of Puppets is Master of Puppets.
One, we can get into that later because this is already the.
No, Metallica is already.
But I think one is an overrated track. But I'm gonna leave it
is.
at that.
Agreed.
I'm gonna leave it at
No,
that.
Agreed. So on that note, I would pick Metallica as that as not the heaviest, is not the most metal band, because I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know. I can't respond to that question right now. But if I were to pick a band that is a good way to describe what metal is, without picking Black Sabbath, because Black Sabbath is very early. It's impossible for it to showcase the scope of metal at times. Because again, look,
Yeah.
I don't feel very confident on that one.
Yeah.
I would pick early Metallica, that period. Master
Okay.
of Puppets all the way down to Justice for All.
I do think that even though Metallica is a band that now I have very mixed feelings about,
I always had.
I do think that Metallica is a fantastic introduction to metal.
Yes.
Yeah, it still is.
I would prefer Iron Maiden, but in all fairness.
Yeah.
In all fairness.
But look, once again, this conversation is not supposed to be fully concluded because metal is endless, timeless, and undying.
Yeah.
So we will come back to metal eventually.
How metal of you. That was
Yes.
actually metal.
Yeah.
Well done.
So we will come back to the realm of metal eventually. And if you want to not miss the conversation, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell,
Yes.
because that way you're gonna be notified when that happens.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So that's why ring the bell, because subscribing apparently means nothing.
Yes.
Uh,
My words.
And also, if you want to support this channel and what we do here, you can also listen to our music on Apple Music or Spotify. It's not metal. It has metal moments.
Yeah, it's closer to hard rock. No, it's hard rock. It's prog rock, man.
Yeah.
It's prog rock with moments of hard rock and metal.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to pretend that we're a metal band.
No, it's not. But it has some metal moments.
Yes, because we do like fucking metal.
Yeah. And you can also support us by joining us on Instagram, X. and-
Not metal at all.
No.
Far
Least
from
metal thing
That's
ever.
the least metal thing ever.
And we can keep the conversation going on our Discord, and the link is in the description. So join us there as well.
Discord would be kind of fantasy power metal. On that note, thank you for watching, thank you for joining, and as usual, the only thing left for me to say is that you should never let anybody tell you what to dream about, and remember that we will see you when we see you. Look at that.
Once again.
Still, okay, so.
Also very metal of you.
Yeah, super. Damn.
Come on, man.